What's up, guys? Johnny here for day 60 of the 365 challenge. It's hammer time. Woke up this morning, did the meditation, feeling good with that. Did some more studying this morning. So we'll go over just some of the stuff that I've been learning, maybe to help you guys out in your journey of getting the dating life you want, recovering after divorce. I think, meeting attractive women is going to help you move faster out of a relationship you just got out of or a divorce. So I'll go over that stuff, and then I'm going to go to the coffee shop, get some work done. It is a little bit after 11 a.m. So good start to the day, feeling good, feeling healthy. David Goggins has been helping me out, which is also going to go into a lot of this stuff too. This just improving the mindset, the way that you talk about yourself. So first thing I wanted to just go over was when you're overcoming excuses. I know for me, a lot of times I will have all these excuses in my head of why I shouldn't go and do something. She looks busy. She's with her friend. She's with her mom. She's looks like she's in a hurry. She probably wouldn't like me. All this stuff is coming into my mind. It's making an excuse before I even do anything. And it's basically just a way for me to not face the truth that I'm just scared. I'm worried about what people are going to think of me. I'm afraid of the rejection. Because the worst thing that's going to happen is really nothing. She'll just say thanks and walk off. So it's, you just got to face the truth that I'm afraid of talking to her in these situations. And I'm never going to get better at doing it if I don't practice it, if I don't put myself in that situation. I can think about this all day, every day, but until I actually show my brain that it's not that big of a deal, it's just going to continue to be an issue for me. So you just kind of have to, the real thing that it boils down to is face the truth. You're just afraid. You're just making these excuses. This comes down to a lot of things. This is why I was in my marriage for so long. I didn't want to face the truth that I was afraid of leaving. And then after she leaves, I'm afraid of moving forward. I'm afraid of being alone forever. I'm afraid I'm too old and all this stuff. And I'm just making all these excuses of why it won't work for me until I started taking actions to get the life that I wanted. I had to start working out. I had to start socializing. I had to face these fears of pushing through social anxiety, moving out of Wisconsin. I'd never been in a big city before, so I had to move to Boston to get to where I could get the results I wanted. So all these excuses are keeping me stuck and preventing me from potentially meeting the girl of my dreams, the girl who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Who knows what could happen? And if anything, it just builds me up because I get more comfortable talking to people in different situations. So I thought that was a great breakdown. The big thing today is breaking through your thought patterns. This is what my mission is going to be for the next couple days. I've been a little discouraged on how the approaches have gone. I feel like I should be doing better. I'm not saying the right things. You can listen to the breakdowns on Substack. I went through and just my thoughts, things I maybe could have said to improve the situation. It is good to have that feedback. But my mindset a lot of the times is not where it could be. So basically what I was watching today was just recognizing your thought patterns before you even go out during the day, whatever you're going to go do. Do you have negative thoughts about going to work? Do you have negative thoughts? For me, what my journey is now is going out to practice my social skills. So what kind of thoughts am I having before I even go out, and then reframing those? So typically you'll see on these videos, I'm telling myself, I don't want to go out. These are not going to go well. I don't want to do it. And yes, those thoughts do come up, and it is good to push through that. You're doing something that you don't want to do. It's like a cold plunge. You go in, even though you don't want to. It does toughen you up. But it would be more motivating and be better for my mindset if I was excited to do it. So today, I'm about to go to the coffee shop. I'm about to go do my approaches for the day. I'm going to go work on this stuff, recognizing my thought pattern. And I can already tell, it'd be easier to just stay home. I'd rather just not do it. It's not going to go well. Everything I've been doing this week hasn't been leading to the results I want. So I'm going to reframe this now as I get to go work from a coffee shop. I used to have to work in an office with people that I never even talked to. So I get to go. I'm in Bangkok. It's a lovely day. I get to go see a new adventure. I'm going to meet great people and I'm going to give them compliments. I'm going to show them a good time. And I'm going to build myself up as a man. I'm going to push through fear. I'm going to grow as a person doing this stuff. So today's mission is focusing on the thought patterns I had. David Goggins mentions this a lot as well. The way you talk to yourself has a huge impact on the things that you do. If you think you can't do something, you're more likely not going to do it. And if you beat yourself up, which is what I tend to do a lot, you're not going to be motivated. It's not going to be encouraging. So today's mission is to recognize thought patterns before I go out, before I do an approach. Typically, I have the same ones. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, have. She's too busy. She wouldn't like me. She's too hot. She looks like she's in a bad mood. She looks like she's in a hurry. All these thoughts. So I'm going to recognize these things and then jot them down so that I'm consciously aware of it. This also ties into the meditation. You're consciously recognizing your thought patterns, so they're not just on autopilot, and you can actually reframe them into something that's more productive. So instead of saying she's in a hurry, I'm just going to say she looks like she's in a hurry. She could use a good compliment right now, and I'm just going to go in. So I just want to recognize the thought patterns I do have so that I can start to correct them. And then the thought patterns of when I'm actually in the interaction. I know sometimes I'm like, am I doing the right things? Does she like me? Should I have said this? And so I want to recognize the things that come up, and then I will sit down and reframe it into positive things. She's lucky to be talking to me. I'm giving her a chance to meet me. I think she's cool. I want to find out more. And then the mindsets after the interaction. Oh, how did that approach go? Typically, it's easy to get negative about this. Oh, I could have done this better. She's not going to respond. I didn't get the phone number, so I'm a failure. So today's mission, jot this stuff down. You can look at this in the Substack. I'll write that report tomorrow. I'll just try to keep track of all the limiting beliefs that I have. But all these thought patterns are going to keep me stuck. So it's something that I have to push through to get to the level that I want. Plus, I just want to be that kind of guy. Like, I don't want negative thought patterns. If you have the option of negative thought patterns or positive thought patterns, which would you choose? Clearly, positive thought patterns are going to be way more beneficial, even if it's just objectively maybe not true. Like, I don't know. It's much better to think that she's loving the interaction than, am I doing the right things? Is she even happy to be here? It's much more empowering to be like, yep, I'm giving her a great time. She's loving this. Don't care what happens. So there you go. That's the message for today. It also talks about nonverbals as you're talking to people. So eye contact and smile. I got to make sure to lock that in. So those are the missions for today. I will update you later as things progress. Maybe I'll shoot some clips around the city if I see anything interesting. But just kind of tied into all the stuff that I've been doing lately. David Goggins, mental toughness, doing things that you don't want to do, but you're also telling yourself positive things about the experience. How many people can actually go and talk to a girl sober during the day? How many guys actually can get over a tough breakup and become a much better version of themselves? How many guys can let go of a divorce and not have any bitter feelings and can just move forward, start working towards the life that they want? Like, the things that you talk about are going to have an impact on you. I could have easily, when I was divorced, just continued to stay miserable. She's terrible. She left me. This guy has everything. I have nothing. But instead, I shifted my focus to what I wanted and started talking to myself of, I'm going to go to Boston. I'm going to start improving my social skills. I'm going to start eating healthier now. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to do all these things that are going to have an impact on me instead of just dwelling on the negative. It does make a huge impact. So far, the training has been going very well. We will see if it has any impact on the approaches today. I'm not looking for any results. I'm just looking to track my thought patterns, which I think will alleviate some of the pressure or the harsh, the negative mindset sometimes. Like, if you're looking for a result, which I kind of am, I'm thinking I should be better. So then when it doesn't go well, I'm very self-critical. So instead, I'm just going to monitor what thoughts I have and then immediately reframe them so that I can just train my brain to just always think like that. It's just another part of the process. So that's the update for now. Off to the coffee shop. I say coffee a lot. Coffee weird. You can hear the accent. Going to the shop. maybe I'll do some approaches there. Girls are very receptive at coffee shops. Some of my best interactions are from that. But we'll leave it there. Talk to you soon. Peace. What's up, guys? Quick end of the day update. It's hammer time. I did notice a lot of the limiting belief mindsets I had kicked in. I was keeping track of them before, during, after the interaction. So it was good to be aware of. I'll fill this out in the field report. You can watch that or read that on Substack. After this video, I'm going to record a podcast breaking down my interactions, things I've learned, how each of them went. So stay tuned for that. Some of the highlights from today, though, I ended up with, I'd have to check 6 or 7 approaches. Started off with some negative beliefs, thinking like, oh, first one started off, this girl came into Starbucks and I was thinking, she looks busy. She looks like she's in a hurry. She's not going to want to talk to me. Ended up pushing through that, reframing that as I'm going to give her a chance to meet me. Things went well. She was married, so it didn't really go anywhere right away. But today, I did start to feel a little bit frustrated. I noticed like I was getting into interactions. The girl seemed receptive, but then I was still not leading it anywhere. So I never felt like there was a lot of attraction. So during the interaction, I'm catching my beliefs as I'm fucking this up. I'm not good at this. Will I ever get good at this? People have better results than me. And I started to catch that. And so now, I can consciously rewire that immediately. Well, at least I took some action. I'm giving myself a chance. I'm learning as I'm going. And then by the 4th or 5th approach, I ended up talking to a girl who was very receptive. She was very happy that I stopped, talked to her, ended up walking with her on a mini instant date, took her to look for sunglasses with me, ended up bringing her to the house, showing the pool. Nothing really happened from that. That's something that I have to, it worked out for the best. I don't think it would have been a good fit anyways. Probably not a girl I would see long-term. I will write more about this in the field report. I don't want to be super detailed on it here, but it was a cool experience to be going from, having a lot of doubts about, am I doing this right? What can I do to get better? These negative mindsets do creep in. So the goal for this week is to catch them and reframe them right away. I think it did help with that next interaction where I was able to just be a little bit more free, think that I'm giving her a great experience. My thought was, when I was going in, I saw her walk past me. My thought was, I'm giving her a chance to meet me. This could be my next girlfriend. I said that to myself before I went in. It did help. I did take action doing that. Maybe it made me a little bit more free. Maybe she just really liked how I am. For some reason, girls in Thailand really like my nose. I've heard this from a few girls. I never thought anything about a nose. I've never heard anyone say they like somebody else's nose. But apparently that is a thing in Thailand. I don't know. So had that good mini instant date, or I guess date to the house. Won't see that girl again, but cool experience. Glad that happened. I also started to just listen to more David Goggins about okay, you tried to lose weight for 4 weeks and not much progress. Merry fucking Christmas. You still got to keep going. You still got to keep doing the work. So gotta keep doing the approaches. I'd have to double check 6, 7, 8 maybe. Did have a good solid interaction for the last one. Girl's very receptive. She was on her way home from work. So making some good progress. I've noticed I think I've mentioned this in quite a few videos. I still have it where the girls seem receptive, but I don't think they know that I want what I want. I'm not just there to have a friendly chit chat. I'm there to get the girl. This girl could be the next girl in my life. So still working on that. Still working on the limiting beliefs. Just want to be as forthcoming and authentic as possible. I've been doing this now on and off for the last few months pretty consistently. Like I would say since December of 2025, I've definitely done way more approaches than I ever done. I'm doing it completely sober, so that is different. So I'm still a little bit hard on myself. I should be better. I see guys getting results that I want, and I don't know the work that they put into it though. And I also don't know, their personality might resonate better with the people that they're talking to. I don't know. Maybe I'm like David Goggins. I just don't know what I'm doing, and I just have to keep putting in the work and doing it. So that's the daily vlog today. I'm going to go record that podcast breaking down each approach for my benefit as well. because that's how I'm gonna get better is I gotta identify ways to improve. Because I could tell that these girls were interested. I just wasn't leading the conversation. I wasn't showing myself in the best light, like who I actually am as a person. So things that I've definitely got to work on. I will make a video tomorrow about the videos I watch. I wasn't gonna do this video at all, but then I'm listening to David Goggins just talk about like you do the shit that you don't want to do because you say you're going to, and you know if you don't, you just maybe get less sleep today. I don't. You just got to do it. You got to push through, do the things you don't want to do. So get that done. I will post this video tomorrow. I'll have the field report up at some point. I will record that podcast now. Yeah, we'll see how long I do this for. I do want to be able to go out and approach more. When I was on that instant date today, I was hesitant on if I wanted to lead it anywhere. I was just going to get her number and message her this weekend. But she kept wanting to come with me. So I was like, all right, well, we'll go look for sunglasses. Then she asked about my condo. I said, okay, I'll show you the roof and the pool, and just kind of progress. But looking back, would it have been better to maybe go for the run and eat my chicken like I wanted to? Yeah, hard to say what the right answer was. Probably was better to at least, gone with the experience. Now it's a more interesting story than just going home and eating chicken and going to the sauna, I guess. But yeah, that was the update from today. I will make some more tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Hopefully this stuff just kind of shows the journey. I know for me, I always think that that's probably why I am a little bit hard on myself. I think it should be easier than it is, and maybe it is for a lot of people. This is just my experience right now. I'm doing several approaches a day. I would say very consistently. Some approaches maybe shouldn't count because they don't go anywhere immediately. But I am taking action. I am getting results here and there. But there's also a lot of days where I struggle. I get, you just got to keep going and fight through it. There's really no other choice. What am I going to do? Quit and then just do nothing? Like, that's not an option. I know I can get better at this. It is a skill set. I know there's girls out there that would love to meet me. I just have to go find them. So I'll leave it there. I'll stop rambling. Hope you guys are doing great. Let me know in the comments what I can do to help you. Check out the Substack. I'm breaking down my days, the dates, the approaches. So hopefully that stuff helps you guys out. Just kind of shows you what you can expect. The shit is not easy. I don't want to like sugarcoat it and make it think like it's all you just go out every day, something happens all the time, you're just on point all the time. That probably does happen. I know guys that are like that, but they also have 10 years of consistent experience doing it. So this is just really my first year of just putting as much effort into it as possible. Sure, I have a lot of online dating practice, which helps me on the dates. Like that is a whole different skill set, but this is pretty, I don't know, I guess it's new for me. So this is just my journey. Hopefully it inspires you guys or shows you what it could be like. Would love to hear your stories. What's working for you? How often are you going out? What kind of results are you getting? Any sticking points you have? Anything that you could share with us, especially if you're a guy in his 40s. I know that can be a scary time. You kind of feel too old. You're worried that you'll never find anybody. So would love to hear you guys' thoughts on that. We'll end it there. I've said that like 10 times. Goodbye. Peace.